Hello, welcome to Slow Flow Yoga. All right, my name is Sandra. You ready to get started and to slow flow with me for an hour? I'm ready. So if you have a mat, that's great. If not, you can use a beach towel, just some carpet, anything you like. If you have blocks, awesome. You don't need blocks, but if you want some and you don't have them, you could use books instead, just as an option. All right, we're going to start seated. So let's get over to our mats. Come to a comfortable seated position. So you could be sitting cross-legged in Sukhasana, easy sitting pose, right? You could also be sitting on a book or block if that makes it more comfortable for you. And I would like you to sit in a way that you can have a nice tall spine, right? That you can sit upright. So if that means you're sitting in hero's pose on your shins, right? Glutes to shins, that could be glutes to heels, sitting on your shins. That's a great option too, even if you want to extend your legs forward. Anything where you can just close your eyes and start arriving at your mat, in your space, and just let the day, maybe the week, fall away. Anything that happened before, right? And anything that may happen or you may have to do after, doesn't matter. Now try to just, since you took this time out for yourself, this hour of practice, try to be present. Be right here, right now. And we're going to use our breaths to kind of anchor our minds to it. This will help you to stay right here without letting your thoughts wander, shutting off that monkey mind. So, first step, close your eyes if you can. Inhale. Grow a little bit taller, lengthening throughout your spine. And then exhale, hug your belly button a little bit closer towards your spine, finding that engagement that helps you with posture. Inhale, lift your shoulders up towards your ears, and then exhale, let them slide back and down. Releasing. If your hands are on your knees, just keep your palms there. If you want to be more in a grounding position, you can have your palms facing down. If you would like to receive a little bit more energy, you would turn your palms up and maybe make little bowls with your hands. So up to you. All right, whatever you need. Inhale, lift your shoulders once again towards your ears, and then exhale, bring them back, let them slide down, releasing your shoulders and shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, grow taller, all the way from the tailbone up through the crown of your head. And then exhale, hug your chin towards your throat a little bit, so you're kind of retreating back. This is making a double chin. This will help you to create more length on the back of your necks. Inhaling, reaching out through the crown, exhaling, hugging that belly button a little bit. Maybe take another inhale through the nose and then exhale. Just let it go through the mouth, releasing any tension. Also a nice cooling breath throughout your practice, whatever you feel like it, right? And then eventually, when you're ready, start closing your lips and start breathing in and out through the nose, finding your Samariti breaths. That's Sanskrit, right? It means equal inhales and exhales. So inhaling through the nose, lips closed. If you can, exhale out through the nose as well. Maybe you're staying with your Samariti breath. Option to shift right into your Ujjayi breath. That's your victorious breath. That's the kind of breath where you're making that sound as if fogging up a mirror. It's also as if you're like exhaling and trying to clean sunglasses, that kind of breath. You're slightly constricting your air pipe in order to create that sound and that feel of a slight constriction in your air pipe, which will help you to extend your exhales a little bit longer than your inhales. it also creates that white noise sound that helps you to anchor your mind to it as you're going through your practice. It also calms the brain waves, and it helps you with engagement through your abdominals, which will help you with balance as you're going, especially through your standing asana yoga poses. So, inhale. When you're ready, lift your arms up overhead. Let your palms meet and maybe interlace your fingers. Then turn your palms up and reach up. On your next exhale, maybe reach your arms towards the right, either keep your eyes closed or gaze softly ahead. Inhale, come back through center, and then exhale, reach towards the left. Inhale, center, one more each way, trying to reach equally through both arms. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale, back to center. Now separate your palms. Have your palms face each other. Then reach your thumbs back. So you're creating a slide arch, a slide up dog in your back. At the same time, exhale, bring your shoulders a little further down into the shoulder sockets and away from the ears. And then come back to a neutral spine. Take an inhale. And as you're exhaling, find a twist to the right. So maybe your left palm lands on your right knee. If you're in hero's pose, you can do the same thing. If your legs extend forward, maybe you're staying, maybe you're coming into a cross-legged position or hero's pose. Inhale, grow taller, creating more length throughout your spine. Exhale, twist further. So the right fingertips are past the sit bones, somewhere behind you. Inhale, come back through center, let your arms rise. And on your exhale, find a twist going towards the left. Reaching with your right palm to maybe your left knee, right or left fingertips come down past your sit bones. Inhaling, creating more length throughout your spine. At the same time, drawing the shoulders away from the ears and exhaling, finding a deeper rotation. Inhale. Bring it back to center, let your arms rise, palms now face forward. Then exhale, bring your elbows down and back, so you're squeezing your shoulder blades. And then inhale, round through your spine as your arms reach forward and then up. Spine straightens. Exhale, elbows down, slight squeeze of your shoulder blades. Inhale, round through the spine. And lift your arms first forward, then up. One more time. Exhale, draw the elbows down. Inhale, reach forward, rounding through the spine. And then up. Now, exhale, bring your right fingertips down, right? Softening your right elbow as you're reaching your left arm over to the right. It's a lateral movement where the left shoulder stays back, so we're not collapsing forward with it. Then inhale, come back to center, right arm reaches up. And exhaling, bring your left fingertips down, softening or bending your left elbow. Right shoulder stays back, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, bring it back through center, let your left arm rise. Your spine is nice and straight, your heart, your chest is open. Now one more time, we're going to add on to it. Exhale, bring your right palm or fingertips down, bend your right elbow. Reach your left arm overhead, sideways, right? And then draw your left shoulder back and gaze up. So you're opening up, you're finding a twist with a heart opening stretch. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, come back to your lateral movement, then come back up with your right arm, exhaling opposite side. Left palm or fingertips down, left elbow is bent, you're reaching sideways, just creating length from your right hip bone to the fingertips here, right? Inhaling and exhaling. Now inhale, draw the right shoulder back and gaze and shift your gaze up towards your right palm. Inhaling and exhale. One more inhale and inhale, rise again. Bring both fingertips down on both sides of your torso. Grow a little bit taller, or a lot taller, as tall as you can grow. Exhale. Bring the chin towards the throat a little bit more to create more length in the back of your neck. Find an inhale and feel how your chest rises as it fills with air. And on your exhale, hug the belly button towards your spine. Inhaling, growing even taller. And then exhale, lift your pelvic floor towards the navel from the inside. All right. Take your palms to your knees. So if you're not in a cross-legged position, I'd like you to come into it if you can. If not, no worries. Remember, it's your practice. And you do whatever suits you, what feels right in your body. You live in your body, so you decide. Ahimsa, right? Ahimsa means non-harming in Sanskrit. So exhale. Bring your belly button towards your spine, rounding through your spine. Relax your shoulders away from the ears. So we kind of scooped out, right? And then inhale, shift forward with your chest. Bend your elbows as you're hinging forward, from leading with your chin and chest from your hips, right? Chin towards the ground, and then exhale, tuck your chin towards your throat as you're rounding through your spine, and shift back until your arms lengthen, belly button is towards your spine, you're gazing towards your spine, release your shoulders away from the ears. We're going to make that a tiny bit faster as you're inhaling, shifting forward, right? You're exhaling, rounding and scooping it out, right? Inhale forward. Shoulders stay softly away from the ears. Exhaling, tucking chin. Going back to a round spine. Inhale last time. Shoulders stay away from the ears, leading with your chin and chest. Exhale. Draw it back. Round spine. Inhale. Now, rise again to be nice and tall. Take a shoulder roll. Inhale up and exhale. Back and down. Now we're going to make horizontal circles, right? They are Anahata Kriyas. So maybe you're starting on the right side. Inhaling towards the right, then leading with your chin and chest. Then exhaling, scooping it out on the way back. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your jawline relaxed. Yes. And one more round in this direction. Inhaling and exhaling. Coming back to a vertical spine, maybe take a shoulder roll, alternating shoulders here. Sighing it out, releasing your jaw, wiggling it, and maybe fluttering your lips, anything that feels good. Let's go to the left side. We have 3 circles. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, come back to center, nice and tall. One more time, inhale, let your arms rise and place your fingers except for your pointers. Now this time, we're going to make circles, right? We're hugging the belly button towards the spine and we're trying to stay grounded through the sit bones, right? So try to increase the diameter of your circles a little bit, only as much so you're not falling over. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, even though the arms are up. Now let's go one more round in this direction. And then decrease the diameter of your circles to come to a vertical spine. Reach it up, but draw the shoulders down. And then we're going to switch the direction of your circles. Inhaling. And exhaling. So if you're working with Ujjayi Pranayama, feel free to make it more audible, right? Should help you to create that anchor for your mind. Inhaling and exhaling. Eventually coming back to a neutral straight spine. Exhale, bring your arms down by your side. Take one shoulder roll here. Bending your elbows, almost as if you're just waking up, right? Oh, all right. So we're going to roll over the knees and come onto all fours, right? I'm going to have to turn around, so you're facing the front edge of your mat, the short edge, and wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. Let's start with a couple cat-cows. Remember, this is a slow flow, so really focus towards the breath and then synchronize your movement to your breath, right? The breath is always the leader, right? Don't rush the breath. Exhale. Round your spine, yes, towards your belly button, as your belly button comes up towards the spine, so this is your cat. Inhale, drop the belly button as your tailbone and gaze lifts. Also the elbows corkscrew-like rotate in. Exhaling, catting your back. Inhaling, cow, gaze rises, belly button drops as your tailbone lifts and the elbows come in. Exhaling, cat. Inhaling, cow. One more exhale, cat. And inhaling, cow. Now find a neutral spine. That's the happy medium between the cat and the cow. And then from here, option, it's a little bit easier if you tuck your toes, right? We're going to come through a couple of cat variations to threading the needle. If you want your heels to be higher up, tuck your toes. If not, untuck them or keep them untucked. So inhale, rise up, bring your hands to your hips, draw your shoulders away from the ears. Then inhale, lift your arms up overhead and bring your palms together. Shift your hips forward and gaze up. So maybe this is where you're staying, right? And this is totally fine. So you don't have to go anywhere else. If you wanted a little bit more, you could exhale, reach your right arm back, keeping your chest facing forward and your hips, so you're not turning. Then shift back and reach maybe for your heel. But you don't necessarily need to touch the heel. You can just dangle here halfway if that works for your lower and mid back. Inhaling and exhaling. Try not to splay out your knees wider than hip distance apart. One more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, shift your hips forward. Then windmill your left hand down in the center, right? And reach your right arm up. Gaze towards your right thumb, and maybe this is where you want to stay. Maybe you're going to exhale, reach your right arm behind your left wrist, and then lower your right ear down towards the ground. Maybe your left arm reaches forward, and you're turning your head a little further to gaze on your left armpit. Maybe you want to have a half bind reaching back with your left arm behind your back. Maybe you're craving a full bind reaching for your right upper thigh. So if you have a half bind or bind, that helps you to draw that left shoulder a little bit further back, right? So maybe you're going for that, opening the shoulder a little further up and then turning the head a little bit further as well. Inhaling and exhaling. Also an option to bring your left leg out to the side, extend it, and then press into the outside edge of your left foot. Option to find even a toe hold, reaching with your first two fingers and thumb for your left big toe. You decide, right? Inhaling and exhaling. Releasing any toe holds, bring the leg in and out. And then if you have a half bind or bind, let go of it. And the left arm goes back forward. Eventually exhale, draw the left hand back towards your hat. In the center, inhale, counter stretch. Let the right arm rise and gaze towards your right thumb. On your next exhale, you're going to release it back down. And you're back onto all fours, right? Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Option to tuck the toes if you wanted to or not to, you decide. You're going to inhale, come on up to do the other side, palms meet, lift your arms up, shoulders away from the ears, hips lift forward. Don't splay your knees out further than hip distance. Inhaling Maybe that's where you're staying, or maybe you're windmilling your left arm down. Maybe you're dangling here with your fingertips and you're reaching back for your heel. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, shifts your hips forward, and exhale, hugs the belly button tighter. On your next inhale, start rising, lifting the hips forward, and then exhale, windmill your right hand down into the center as your left arm reaches up to become vertical, and maybe your gaze goes towards your left thumb. Inhale. And exhale, thread the needle, left arm if you want to. You can stay right there instead if you rather. Bring your left ear towards the ground, and then your right arm may reach above your head forward as your head turns to gaze under your right armpit. Option to stay, option to draw your right arm behind the back for a half bind, or maybe a full bind reaching for your left upper thigh. If you wanted to bring out that right leg to the side, pressing into the outside edge of your right foot, and maybe even catching your big toe with your first two fingers and thumb, that's a great option too. Turn the head a little further if you're having a half bind or bite. And take one more inhale. And exhale. Inhaling. And then exhale, release if the leg is out and there's any toe hold. If you have a half bind or bind, let go and inhale. Let your right arm reach forward. Then exhale, bring your right hand back towards the center, towards your head. And inhale, counter stretch by lifting your left arm up and gazing towards your left foot. Exhale, bring it down. So you're back onto all fours. Neutral spine. Tuck your toes. Inhale, hover your knees above the ground and take a nice long breath cycle. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, start lifting your hips up. And then exhaling, shifting back, finding downward facing dog. So find your alignment here. So hands shoulder width apart, middle fingers facing forward. Hug or claw down through all 10 pads of your fingers. And then rotate those elbows inward, right? It's a corkscrew-like rotation that helps you to broaden through the shoulder girdle, right? Inhale, lift the hips up. And then exhale, bring your head a little further through your arms, shifting more weight towards the hips and from the hips towards the heels, trying to bring the heels closer towards the ground. So feet hip distance apart, right? If you're gazing to your feet, see if you can wiggle your toes. If not, maybe shortening the down dog is a great option too. You definitely don't want pressure in your toes, right? So that's important. Lift the inner arches of your feet, inhaling, and then exhaling, hugging the belly button a little bit tighter towards your spine, and your gaze either goes through your legs or to your belly button. All right, let's start flowing. Step your feet a little closer to each other. Then inhale, lift your right leg up high, finding three-legged downward facing dog with your hips still level. Inhaling and exhale. Inhale. Maybe stack the hips, opening up, so you're stacking the right hip on top of the left while your shoulders remain level. Then bend your right knee with the flexed foot still there, and gaze under your left armpit if you want to, and see if you can find that right heel there. So that would be an indication that you're really stacking your hips. If not, no worries, but that's your aim. Shoulders level. And then we extend your right leg. Roll your right hip back down. So you're back to three-legged downward facing dog. And then we're going to draw the right knee to the right shoulder as you're shifting forward, right? Eventually you're going to need in a lizard lunge. If you need to come right into it, go for it. Inhaling. And then exhale, release your right foot down on the outside of your right hand. Turn your toes slightly out towards the right. We're in a lizard lunge. Option to stay where you are with your palms down. Option to come onto your forearms. Or if you have blocks, you could use them underneath your forearms. Also a great option if you want to release your left knee down and untuck the toes. It's a little more intense to lift the left knee and press out through the left heel. You decide where you need to be at. Let's do one more breath cycle here. Inhaling and exhaling. So option 2, if you're on your forearms or with blocks, you come back onto your palms. Option 2, let your left forearm become parallel to the front edge. Peel open your right foot maybe, and then bring your left fist into the instep of your right foot, right? As an option, or you can be on your left palm. And then inhale, let your right arm rise up, maybe towards vertical, maybe even past vertical for a deeper stretch and twist here. Inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale. And then exhale, we're going to release it back down. We're all going to come back up onto our palms, right? So make sure your right toes are still kind of pointed, turned out towards the right. And then option to take many little steps forward with your left foot to land next to your left hand. Option to take one step and slowly bring it forward to be in Malasana. That's where we're going to meet. And if you need a modification for Malasana, you can be up here, right? Exhale, sinking into it. All right, inhale, take your palms down, lift your seat, and then slowly step your right foot back. So we're switching sides, coming back into a lizard lunge. Choose your option, forearms, palms, blocks under forearms, lifting the right knee, pressing out through that heel, or releasing that right knee down, untucking the toes, right? Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so from here, we're going to either come back onto the right palm and lift the left arm up, or we're going to decide to bring the forearm parallel to the front edge, maybe make a fist and step into the instep of your left foot, lifting the inner arch up, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling, releasing it back down, coming back up onto your palms. And then we're going to inhale, let the left leg reach back. So now we're in three-legged downward facing with the left leg lifted. Inhaling and exhaling. Stack your hips if you can, so the toes of your left foot are pointing straight out to the left. Shoulders remain level, and then bend your left knee. So see if you can maybe gaze under your right armpit and find that left heel there. Inhaling and exhaling. So now re-extend the left leg, then roll your left hip down. So you're level again with the hips. And then inhale, draw forward, bring the left knee to the left shoulder. Eventually we're going to meet in lizard lunge. So if you need to step it through right away, go for it. Inhaling. And then exhale, slowly with control, release your left foot to the outside of your left hand, toes pointing out. Choose your option, right? Up on the palms, down on the elbows, or with blocks or books in between. You decide of the right, if the right knee needs to be off the ground or wants to be, and you're pressing out through the heel, or if you need to release down. Lift the knee and untuck the toes. Inhaling. And exhaling, one more inhale, and exhale. Now right forearm becomes parallel to the front edge. Make a fist if you're on your forearm, otherwise come back up to your right palm. And then inhale, we all lift the left arm up high, twisting open here, reaching back, maybe even past vertical. If your right knee is lifted, you're lifting it even more and pressing out through the right heel. But you choose your option. Inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale. On the exhale, bring it back down. We'll all meet with the palms down. Toes pointed up to the left from your left foot, and then swoop it up as if moving through molasses, nice and slow and steady. Bring your hands to heart center. So you're really trying to draw the shoulders back, and exhale down and away from the ears. You're hugging your thumbs to your center plate, your sternum, and you're retreating your chin back towards your throat to create that nice length in the back of your neck. At the same time, you're reaching out through the crown of your head, right? Take an inhale, chest rises against your thumbs, and then exhale, hug the belly button towards the spine, and lift your pelvic floor up towards the navel from the inside. One more inhale here, and exhale. Also lift the inner arches of your feet, and your toes should be nice and loose, and you should be able to wiggle them. All right, so cross your thumbs, and then we're going to add rising up before we switch sides. So inhale, slow and steady, rise up, exhale, reach towards the right. Inhale, bring it back to center, and then exhale, reach towards the left. Equal lengthen your arms, inhale, center, exhaling right. Inhale, center, exhaling left. You may want to add a back bend. If not, feel free to skip it. Bring your hips forward, gaze rises up. Come back to a neutral spine, bring your thumbs out. And then exhale, lower down, finding your hindi squat. Shoulders away from the ears, inhaling. And then exhale, plant your palms down. We're going to lift the glutes a little bit and then slowly step your left foot back, finding your lizard lunge. Okay, option to be on your forearms, option to be on blocks. You decide. Inhaling and exhaling. Lift through the left knee. Press out through the left heel if you're lifting the knee. Otherwise, release the knee down. Untap the toes. You decide. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale. Option to make a fist with your left hand and left forearm parallel to the front edge. Peel open your right foot and place the fist into the instep. Option to come onto your left palm instead and reach your right arm up and then open a little bit further. Inhaling and exhaling. Your gaze can go up towards the ceiling or towards your right thumb. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, bring it back to center. Then exhale, plant your palms down and let your right leg rise up. We're going to be back in three-legged downward facing. We're going to draw the right knee into the chest as you're shifting forward. Stack the shoulders on top of your wrist and then release your right foot down. Left heel comes down. Inhale, ventral open, keeping the bend in your front knee. Exhale, warrior two. Heel to arch alignment, right heel. Left inner arch, shoulders softly away from the ears, belly button hugs tight. Exhale, sink a little bit lower, trying to come towards a 90-degree bend in your right knee, but you don't have to. That's just, the aim. And then flip your front palm, exhale, reverse your warrior. Creating length in your right side body, letting your gaze travel up your right, towards your right palm. Inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring it back to warrior two. Exhale, sink. Gaze goes over your right middle finger, shoulders are soft. Jawline relaxing, maybe a spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, reach forward. Bring your right forearm onto your right upper thigh. Then take your left arm, reach forward, and turn your chest open towards the ceiling. Inhaling and exhaling. Now let your gaze travel up your left arm towards your left palm. Reach to your left leg and press into the outside edge of your left foot. Straight line if you can from your left heel to your left fingertips. Inhaling, and then exhaling, turning forward to frame your right foot. Right foot is pointed forward. We're going to step the left foot, lifting left heel up, step the left foot halfway up. And then exhale, bring the left heel down. So your left foot is slightly angled out about 25 degrees. We're going to come to Paschimottanasana, pyramid pose. And your heels are not in line. In fact, if you would look from behind, your feet would be hip distance apart, right? This will give you stability, and this will enable you to have your hips facing forward towards the short edge of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back, extend, and then exhale, reforward. Over your right leg, keeping your hips straight forward. In fact, let's inhale, come halfway up, and then exhale, draw your right hip back and lift your left hip slightly forward to even it out. Try to have an equal extension in both legs, right? I know it's harder in your right leg, your front leg. Inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhale, come halfway up, let your gaze rise. If you know you may want to have a block, have it on the right side, a little in front of your right foot. We're going to come as an option to Ardha Chandrasana, option to stay in pyramid, or choose Warrior 3 instead. So, softening your right knee, lift your left leg, then start stacking your hips and bring your left hand to your left hip. Draw your left shoulder back and then extend your left arm. My gaze is still down to stay grounded and find stability. Flex through your left foot. And then if you have a book or a block, decide which position it needs to be in for you in order to line up. Stacked hips, stacked shoulders, and lifted left leg, making roughly a 90-degree angle with your legs, pointing out to the left. Option not to use a block if you don't want a block. You could hover your fingertips, or you could bring your fingertips down to the mat, or maybe you're reaching towards heart center. Inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale, and then exhale. You're going to frame your right foot and exhale. Hips become level, left foot steps down to meet the right. Sink low, inseams of your legs together. Inhale. With your knees still bent, rise to your chair pose. Your upper body is starting to become upright as your arms reach up. Exhale, draw your shoulders down and away from the ears. Inhale, bring your hands to heart center, thumbs connect with your sternum. And then exhale, find a twist to the right. So maybe your left elbow comes towards or past your right knee, and then your head turns to face up towards your right elbow, right? Option to fly your arms. Your fingertips can touch down, they can hover. You decide your right arm can reach up, and your gaze would go towards your right thumb. Try to keep your knees facing forward. Flush if you can. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, bring it back to center. Keeping the bend in your knees, your pelvic tuck. Envision the tailbone to point straight down. Inhale, hands back to heart center. Exhale, take a twist to the left. Taking the same twist to the other side. Trying to keep the knees facing forward, the hips as well, as the rotation is starting here from the base of your spine, and an option to fly your arms or to keep your gaze towards your left elbow. If you're flying your arms, maybe you can draw your gaze up towards your left thumb. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, bring it back to center. Find your Utkatasana, your chair pose. And then exhale, extend your legs and start diving down. So maybe the heels come to inches apart. Inhale, gaze forward, exhale, jump, step or flow, taking a vinyasa to down dog or skipping it and coming right into downward facing dog. Exhale, chaturanga if you're taking, inhaling into your back bend of choice, and then exhaling, lifting the hips, rolling over your toes and finding downward facing dog. We have 4 breath cycles in downward facing dog. Unless you want to come to a different inversion, feel free to. or a different resting pose like child's pose, dolphin, or anything that you would like to do. Feel free to do so. You can bring your breath back to become effortless. That's the purpose of your resting phases, right? So inhaling and exhaling. So if you're working with Ujjayi Pranayama, maybe make it more audible. If you lost it along the way, which happens, you know, maybe you're coming back into it. Inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale and exhale. Step your feet closer to each other. Meet me back in downward facing. The feet closer to each other if you're not already there. And then when you're ready, inhale. Let your left leg lift. Find three-legged downward facing. Lifting leg high, but keeping your hips level. Then draw your left knee in towards your chest and shift forward. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling. And then exhale, release that left foot between your hands. Let your right heel come down. Then inhale, windmill open, finding warrior two. Exhale, sink. So we're going to try to find a deeper bend here on the left side while the right leg extends. You're angling your right foot in, lifting the inner arch of your right foot, taking the torso above the legs, right? Inhaling and exhaling, hugging the belly button tighter, sinking a little bit deeper without leaning either way. Inhaling and exhaling. Flip your front palm. Exhale. Reverse your warrior without losing any of the bend in your front knee. Exhale. Sink even lower. Reach. Inhale a little further, creating more length in your left side body. And then letting your gaze travel up your left palm. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale. Bring it back to warrior two. Shoulders soft, strong gaze over that left middle finger. Exhale. Sink, belly button is tight. Otherwise, the jaw is relaxed and your shoulders are relaxed. Inhaling. And then exhaling, reaching forward. Maybe the left forearm comes onto your left upper thigh. And then you're reaching your right arm forward. Make any adjustments. I need to shorten my stance a little bit. And then reach forward as your chest rotates open. Then maybe allow your gaze to travel up your right arm all the way to your right palm. And maybe even the fingertips. Straight line from your right heel to the fingertips. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale. And then exhale. Turn to frame your left foot. You know where we're going. So step your right foot halfway up. Start extending your front leg and drawing your left hip back. So now your hips are parallel to the short edge of your mat, your front edge. Inner arch of your right foot is still lifted, but your right foot is angled out to about 25 degrees while your left foot points forward. Inhale, lift halfway up, and then exhale, fold as you're drawing your left hip back and your right hip forward to even it out. Inhaling and exhaling. Try to find equal lengths in your legs. By drawing your left hip back, it really helps so you can straighten your left leg a little bit more. Inhaling and exhaling. On your inhale, start to rise to a flat back. Soften your left knee, bend it a little bit and step your right foot forward. Find a deep bend in your knees. And then inhale, let your arms and upper body rise to Utkatasana while keeping the bend in your knees. We're going to take an open arm twist this time. Exhale, twist to the right. Keep your knees facing forward if you can flush. Inhaling, and then exhaling, draw your gaze towards your right thumb. If this works for you, right? Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, bring it back to center, arms rise. Exhale, twist the opposite way. And exhaling, knees stay flush to the front. Gaze goes towards your left thumb. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, bring it back to center, Utkatasana, exhale. Extend your legs, dive down, optional vinyasa to down dog or step right into downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze, lift forward, exhale. Jump, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhaling into your back bend dog, choice. And then exhaling, downward facing dog. 4 breath cycles here. Inhaling and exhaling. If you need a different immersion or resting pose, go for it. Inhaling and exhaling. Check your alignment. Come back to your breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Last inhale and exhaling. Downward facing dog. Step your feet closer to each other. Inhale, lift the right leg up high. Stack the hips and then bend that right knee like we did before. Option to stack. Option this time to make circles with your right knee or to flip it over into waltzing if this is part of your practice. Landing your right wall mount down, keeping the right heel lifted and then reaching your right arm overhead. Finding your back bend as you're lifting your hips. Your left leg is extended, your right knee is bent. Inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhale, no matter where you are, we're going to start meeting in a side plank. If you can, keep your right leg lifted. If not, no worries. It could be staggered, could be stacked for 1 more breath cycle. Inhaling and exhaling. Draw your right knee forward and then just step your right foot next to your left hand. We're going to keep the left heel lifted as you're inhaling, rising up to a warrior lunge. Spread your fingers wide, reach your arms back, opening your heart, your chest. Increase the bend in your right knee as your left leg extends and presses out through your left heel. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, frame that right foot, bring the left knee down, and exhale. Shift back your hips, arm with the flexed right foot in front, and make sure your left hip doesn't slide to the left, but stays hovering on top of your left heel. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, shift forward, lift your left knee off the mat, and then you're going to shift forward into warrior 3. If you need many little steps in your left leg, go for it. Otherwise, just rise, soften your right knee, and then inhale, lift your arms forward. Inhaling and exhaling. 1 more inhale, reach the left leg even higher. And then exhale, bring your left foot back. Bring your palms down to frame your right foot. And then step your right foot back, reaching that right leg long. And exhale, let your right foot meet the left. Maybe pedal it out. Maybe an inhale through the nose and exhale. Let it go. Keep hip distance apart. 1 more breath cycle. Maybe 1 more inhale through the nose and then exhale. Out through the mouth. All right, feet step a little closer to each other. Inhale, lift the left leg up high. Stack the hips, bend the knee, maybe circles on the side here, or maybe you're flipping it over into waltzing, slowly and with control. Left heel will stay lifted, your right leg and left arm extends as your hips lift high. Inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale. And then you're all going to start meeting in a side plank, right? Choose your modification if the right knee needs to come down, if your feet are staggered or staggered, or if you can lift that left leg up, you decide, right? Inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale, and I'm going to slowly start stepping the left foot forward, and I'm going to frame that left foot as the hips start facing forward. The right heel stays lifted, and we're going to start coming up into a warrior lunge. We're going to reverse the flow a little bit because we're going to put Ardha Chandrasana into it. Inhale, heart chest open, and then exhaling. Either bringing your fingertips down first or flying right into your warrior three, lifting your right leg up. So if you want to stay here, choose your arm position. If you want to come into Ardha Chandrasana on the left side, and you would like a book or a block, feel free, or anything you have handy to stabilize you and then work as an arm extension. Feel free to take it to the left side of your left foot and a little in front. Stack your hips, reach your right arm up, and stack your shoulders as well. Option to keep your right hand on your right hip if that helps you to be more grounded. All right. So you could also play around with hovering with fingertips above the ground or reaching down towards the mat. Take one more inhale, and an option to bring the left palm into your heart center as well. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. We're all going to come back to warrior three to eventually bring the fingertips down and then let the right foot meet the left. Find an intense spot where we're reaching the arms forward as we're sinking the seat. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale. Lift your heels up. Find a strong gaze, a strong wrist drishti to help you balance. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe you're staying here. Maybe you're opening your knees wide so the ball mounts touch and the heels are apart. Option to exhale. Take your palms down. Lift your seat and bring your knees into your armpits. If you want to come to Varkasana, crow pose, shift forward and bring your gaze forward as your chin reaches forward as a counterbalance. Exhale. Hug your belly button towards your spine and maybe lift your feet off the ground. We have one more breath cycle wherever you are. Inhaling and exhaling. Stay for the inhale if you can. And then exhale. We're back in an intense squat. Heels are down, arms reach forward. Inhaling. And then exhaling, lowering your seat down. Lift your legs, Navasana. So, straight spine from the tailbone out through the crown of your head. Shoulders draw away from the ears. Arms reach wherever they need to be. Could be behind your knees, could be forward, could be up, right? That's a personal preference. If you want to extend your legs, then you can do so without rounding through the spine. Go for it. Inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale. And then exhale. Tuck the pelvis, roll down. Inhale. Hug your knees into your chest. Bring your nose to your knees briefly. And then exhale. Release your head, neck, and shoulders down. Slowly move your head side to side. Maybe side up. Maybe flatten your lips. Anything that feels good. If you want to come to a happy baby, reach from the inside through your legs over the tops of your feet for the outside edges. Flex your feet. And then either sway side to side or find stillness. Make sure your jaws relax. And wiggle your jaw. All right. Inhaling and exhaling. Come back to center. Release your left leg long onto the mat. Maybe left palm comes into your left hip. So your right foot is flexed and you're pulling down on the outside edge of your right foot. You're also releasing your shoulders, or the back of your shoulders and shoulder blades down onto the mat. Exhaling. All right, from here, draw your left leg back up, find happy baby again. You switch sides. Right leg extends onto the mat, heel is down, maybe right palm rests on the hip to keep it rounded, flex to the left foot. Draw the knee down on the left side of your left shoulder, inhaling and exhaling. All right, bring both legs back to a tabletop position. Tee out your arms, shoulders soft, relax, palms up. Take an inhale and then exhale. Come halfway over towards the right. And rest cycle, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, bring it back through center, and then exhaling halfway over towards the left. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, bring it back to center. Take your left knee over your right. Find eagle legs, Skavudasana. Inhale. On the next exhale, we're going to release all the way down with the knees to the right while your head shifts over towards the left, gazing towards left open palm. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, bring it back to center. Uncurl your legs and bring your right knee over your left. Curl it around. Inhale. On the next exhale, release your knees over towards the left while your gaze shifts over towards your right open palm. Breathe and release, softening yourself into this delicious asana. Inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring it back to center. Uncurl your legs. We're going to come to Baddha Konasana legs. So Supta Baddha Konasana. So we're going to bring the soles of your feet together. The knees are out wide. And we're wrapping our hands around the feet, right? Then inhale, pull your feet towards you, towards your chest. Exhale, release your shoulders away from the ears. Maybe use your elbows to open up, pulling the upper thighs away a little bit. And if you want a little bit more here as an effort to make, inhale, lift your head, neck and shoulders, tuck your chin, and exhale, draw the shoulders away from the ears, and try to bring your nose towards your toes towards your nose. Inhaling, but your shoulders are away from the ears, right? No tension, not letting the shoulders lie up. Exhaling, one more inhale. And then exhale, release your head, neck and shoulders down. Move your head side to side. And then from here, bring it into dead bug. So just loosely bring the legs up with a bend and then rotating through the ankles one way, other way. And we're going to come to a figure 4 formation. Stretch. Right foot comes down as your left leg makes the figure 4 formation with the flexed left foot. Inhale, lift the right leg off the ground, reach behind your right knee. Maybe use your left elbow to keep the left upper thigh away for a deeper stretch, and an option to add a little bit to it by lifting your head, neck and shoulders and drawing your left big toe towards your forehead. Once again, make sure that your shoulders don't ride up. So we're going to take an inhale and then exhale. Reach your shoulders away from the ears. Inhaling and exhaling. If you like to extend your right leg, you can. Inhaling and exhaling. Release your upper body down. Reach over the top of your left foot with your right hand. Hold on to it as your right sole of your right foot comes down. Then exhale. Draw your left foot over to the right. So the sole of your left foot will come down. You're holding on over the top onto your ankle. You decide. And then you can just relax down and shift your gaze towards your left palm. For a deeper stretch, take your left fingertips and press against your left upper thigh, opening up a little bit further this way, but gaze still over your left shoulder towards left. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, bring it back to center. Ball mounts down, heels up, windshield wiper, side to side, breathe and release, rolling side to side over the lumbar. We're going to have one more stretch here on this side. Flex through your right foot, figure four formation on the right. Inhale, lift your left leg up, reach behind your left knee. And if you want more, bring your head, neck, and shoulders up, shoulders draw away from the ears. And then maybe exhaling, bringing your right big toe to your right forehead, and maybe using your right elbow to press away that right upper thigh. Inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale, and then exhale. Release your head, neck, and shoulders down. Take your left palm over the top of your right foot. Release your left foot down, and then exhale. Bring your right foot over to the left, letting the sole of your right foot touch down onto the ground. And then maybe exhale, turning your head towards the right and gazing towards your right open palm. For a little bit of a deeper stretch, take your right fingertips and press away your right upper thigh, gazing over the right shoulder, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, bring it back to center, windshield wiper one more time. Breathe and release. Alright, so if you want to add a back bend, go for it. You could either come into bridge, right? Feet parallel, knees parallel, hip distance apart, and in towards the glute with the heels, glutes with the heels, arms down by your sides. Inhale, tuck the pelvis and articulate your spine up off the ground. Lift a little bit higher, breathe through it. Option if you want to go to full wheel, I'm going to cue through it. So you would, instead of just bringing your heels closer, you would draw them in as close as you can. So you're reaching for your ankles, draw your heels towards your glutes, then take your palms down on both sides of your ears. Let your elbows point straight up, and then take an inhale and maybe come up onto the crown of your head first. Get your bearings here, and then inhale, extend and press out your arms, and then lift your hips a little bit further, and then once you're all the way up, maybe try to shift your chest forward through your arms. That will allow you to straighten through your legs a little bit more. If you want to walk in your feet a little bit more, you can, but try not to splay out your knees further than hip distance apart. Inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale, and then exhale. As you're lowering down, bend your knees, start bending your arms, but bring your chin towards your chest first, or towards your throat, to protect your neck as you're coming down. All right. So as you're all the way down, inhale, draw your knees into your chest, no matter if you were in bridge or in full wheel, Urdhva take an inhale, and then exhale. Let it go. Splay out your legs loosely, your arms out by your sides. If you have a different variation you like to be in, or Shavasana, feel free to go into it. If you need any props, feel free to have them. Inhaling and exhaling, letting go, releasing, finding your position of ease that allows you to just be without getting attached to any thoughts that may surface, not even the pattern of your breath. just for today. Allow yourself to embrace all that you are every moment. Know that you are a vessel of light. Allow yourself to release all doubts about your ability, the mistakes of the past, and the fear of the future. In love and faith. Maybe take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale. Let it go. Maybe stay right where you are. Maybe inhale. Start reaching your arms overhead, lengthening. Finding a whole body stretch from your toes to your fingertips, allowing yourself to arch as much as you like to, if this feels good to you. Maybe taking a moment to check in with your body. Does it feel? Mind? And maybe if you like to, sever your knees into your chest and roll over to your favorite side, coming into a fetal position. Left side for more creative focus for the rest of your day. Your right side for more analytical focus, so you choose. And then if you're coming up, start slowly and with your eyes still closed softly to rise into seated position. Come to a seat. Try to sit nice and tall, lengthening throughout your spine. And then maybe inhale, draw your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, bring them back and let them release down. Wherever you are, option to inhale, let your arms rise, your palms meet, and then exhale, bring your hands down to heart center, finding Anjali Mudra. If you would like to join me for one round at home, take a deep inhale now. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. This was Slow Flow. My name is Sandra, and I hope you will join me again. I'll see you next time. Bye.